scissors to cut your thread. Said thread. There's two types that are commonly available on the market. Cotton thread, which is what will be found in most sewing kits if you buy a little set from like the dollar store or something like that. It's not as strong, but it will work. You just have to make sure you double it up. Or if you can and you have the choice, go for polyester. It's going to be stronger and will definitely hold up to usage a lot better than the cotton thread will. You will also need a sharp needle with an eye. See how will that go? With an eye bigger than your thread so that you can poke it through. And the last thing is optional, but a thimble that will help protect your fingers from being stabbed throughout this process. So I'm going to show you how to put on your thread onto your needle. So I'll show you how to do it with the cotton first. If it isn't working, it's sometimes good to give it kind of a lick, and it will moisten up and give a bit of a point to your thread, and that will help you sew it through. It's a little gross, but it works. So then for your cotton, because it's weaker, you want to double it up. So you fold it in half, and then you're going to want to make your knot. So bring your end of your thread between your thumb and your finger, like that. Wrap around. And with your thumb, you're going to roll the thread out. And then clamp it down and pull. And there you go. Got a knot. Let's see. Now that we've got our thread knotted, time for the fun part, actually sewing the patch on. So here's my work, my patch. I'm going to go in from behind here. Pull through, and you'll see how my knot is right here behind where the patch is going to sit. That will hide it and then make it not look, make your back of your work look all junky. So you're going to go poke through, pull, in a little bit from where you were before. Pull. There we go. And there you go. You've done your first stitch. It is tiny and you can't see it, which is kind of the good thing. So then for your next stitch, go a little bit, a couple millimeters, kind of an 1/8 of an inch to the side. Oh, and pop it back out this side here. Pull. Ooh, the shoulder is adding a lot of bulk, so I have to keep moving my work around. In, pull, and there you go. Starting to sew that down. So I showed that you can use a thimble in this process. This is good for either making sure you don't get stabbed, but also if your fabric is really strong and like hard to poke through, you can use that as a way to push your needle through without really putting all of that extra pressure on your finger, and it kind of hurts. And you continue on like that, and to keep going around until you reach the end of your patch. Pro tip, if you're sewing on a pocket, be really mindful of how many layers you're going through to make sure that you don't sew your pocket shut. I'm actually only halfway done my patch. You can see I'm a little bit better on the back, but I'm running out of thread because I cut it too short. So I'll just show you one way that, like, if you're working on a really big patch, it's better to work on it in sections. So I'll show you how you can finish up your work. So you go in, take a little bit of a stab of the fabric behind your work. Or if you can, and a stitch is nearby, you can also go under a stitch here. Take your thread, wrap it around your needle once, pull, wrap it around, go back where you were before, wrap it around your needle twice, 1, 2, pull through again, and you've got yourself a knot. And then you just go cut off the extra, and it's not bulky and you can barely tell. Okay, I'm back and I'm almost done, and I can still see that my knot from the beginning is still kind of visible, and I'm almost back to the start. So I'm stabbing, stabby stab, pull, making sure that is really stuck in there. And pull. So yeah, now that's nice and hidden. Pull my string a little bit to make sure it's good. So that's what it looks like from the outside. You can barely tell it's there. The closer you make your stitches together, the nicer. And then this is what it looks like on the back. You can kind of tell where I did the knot to finish it the first time. It's not that obvious. So yeah, here we're gonna show you how to finish it again. So this time I'm just taking a little chunk of the fabric, not too much. Wrap once, pull, go through again, wrap twice, 1, 2, down, pull, boop, and there you go. Now we've got a nice sturdy patch that I know will not come falling off or anything like that. Woohoo! And here's another patch that I sewn earlier. Because it's on the shoulder, it was starting to come up at the edges too. And I used white thread. You can't really tell. You can tell a little bit where the stitches are. And this is what it looks like on the back. Anyways, I hope that helps. And you can now sew patches onto your either your backpack or your whatever, I don't know, whatever you feel like putting it on. Put any questions you have in the comments and I will try to answer them the best I can. And